Welcome to Italia Conti Virtual, an online training resource for the performing arts. Have a good class.
Okay, let's start with our plie exercise. So feet standing in first position, arms bras barre. Going to take a little breath on the intro and in. Slow rises, keeping the weight evenly distributed on all 10 toes as we rise slowly, reversing up the side. 1, 2, slowly up 3, and then a double rise 4. Reversing the arm up to 5th. Reverse port bras forward on the demi-point. 6, rolling up the spine. 7, resist the heels down. 8, demi-plie, reverse the arm to first. 2, into grand plie, regular port bras. 3, 4, coming up. 5, recover. 6, dégagez to second, lower the heel and arm. Repeat the same, slow rise. 1, 2, arm up the side. 3, double rise. 4, continue the port bras towards the bar. 6, recover. 7, resist down. 8, demi. 1, arm to first. 2, reverse port bras. 3, 4, coming up. 5, 6, dégagez to second, rond de jambe. 4th, opposite. 5th. In forfeit changes, take the arms to second as you lower the heel. 2 slow rises, reversing the arm up the side to 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to dégager devant, a slight pull with the shoulder into reverence. 5, into reverence. 6, recover. 7, retract the toes, place 4th. Into our pliés, demi. 1, 2, into grand plie, regular port bras. 3, 4, coming up. 5, 6, dégagez into 5th bras bar. Last position, rise. 2, 3, double, squeeze 5th. Continue back bend. 5, 6, recover. 7, adjust the front foot. 8, into plie. 1, 2, grand plie, reverse port bras. 3, 4, coming up the side. 5, 6, continue the outside arm up to 5th and a little stylized position at the end. Inside hand on the hip bone, palm down, looking up and out, and hold. Open to second, squeeze down to 5th, bras bar. You got that? Okay, let's just go through the plie exercise. Some elements that you should be aware of as you're doing the exercise. So as you take the rises, make sure every time that the weight is evenly distributed on all 10 toes. So just rise up for me. That's it. So last thing we want to do is be shifting the weight onto the little toes, which is generally what happens. That just weakens intrinsic muscles at the side of the lower leg. So lock it there and down, and then rise slow, down, double up, up, keeping, that's it, good girl. Now, the reverse port bras forward, this is where we do use the bar. We don't want to be swinging the legs backwards or forwards, so the legs are vertically down, just the upper body reaches forward, turning up from the tops of the legs, core muscles still engaged as you roll up through the vertebrae, and then as you lower, always think heels forward, so we feel those adductors at the top of the legs working nicely with the glutes engaged as well. Now we're going to relax the knees and get into a nice deep demi, stretching out the Achilles and stretch. Now as you go into your grand plie, passing through the demi plie smoothly with the heels down, then nature lifts the heels. On the way up, push the heels down. Because that's a really common occurrence there. Coming back from the grand plie, we tend to leave the heels where they are and the last minute push them down. You should be constantly trying to push the heels down so we're getting a good stretch in the Achilles tendon. Do the grand plie again. So resist the heels, nature lifts them, and then we push the heels back down on the way up. Did you get that? So we're really stretching the Achilles tendon. Okay, then we dégage to second. Same thing. So nice fluid port de bras. We rise 1, 2, weight evenly distributed. 3 and 4. Arm continues now. Follow the hand towards the bar, stretching from the side. 6, recover. 7. Can I see you pushing heels forward as you lower? Good girl. Now relax the knees as you plie. 1, 2, heels down, grand plie, reverse. 4, timing the arm with the leg. 5, arms and legs arrive. 6, dégagez. 4th, opposite. 5th, and that's it. Make sure we stabilize the hips through the core muscles so nothing's moving. Weight central. You're just going to go straight up and down, reversing your arms up the side. 2, keep the weight center. 3, lower 4. Now as you shift the weight back to dégagé devant, lift the spine and twist. And into your reverence. Lovely position here. We want to see a diagonal line of the bottom arm straight up to the top arm, eye line looking along the bottom arm there. That's it. Then recover back to the other diagonal and then straighten up, place 4th. And good girl, the whole time the hips haven't moved. Into our demi. 1, 2, back heel down, into grand plie, resist the heels, 3, 4. Can we push the heels down on the way up, stretching the Achilles? Good girl. Dégagé. Always remember to retract the toes now into nice tight 5th. Good. Then rise up. It's a straight up and down so we don't cross the feet. Lower. Straight up, down, up, up. And on the last one, because we're going to hold the 5th, we cross, thinking of squeezing the tops of the legs together. Nice tight 5th. Take a breath. Lengthen the spine before you go back so we don't hurt the vertebrae. Recover. And then recovering from here, we need to think the weight needs to shift slightly onto the back foot so you can adjust the front foot into a proper 5th. Good girl, into the last sets of pliés. 1, 2, and then reverse 3, 4. Timing the arm beautifully with the legs to arrive on 6, and then we rise, squeezing the tops of the legs, tight 5th. Make sure the core is engaged. We're breathing nice and calm, and then we're ready to let go for our little stylized position. Right hand on the hip bone with the palm down. Imagine you're wearing a tutu, and it's just above the tutu, and hold. Open to second, and down to bras bas. And take a breath. Rising the weight evenly distributed on all 10 toes, smoothly up and double rise. Keep the port de bras flowing and keep the weight forward. Rolling up through the spine, heels resisting down. Squeeze out your demi, heels down and smoothly into grand. Plie. Coming back through the demi, stretch. Strong dégagé second, lower the heel and arm. Repeat 2 rises. Arms nice and fluid. Up, down, up. And follow the hand towards the bar. And then follow out. Good girl, resist down. Knees out. Turning from the hips. And reverse port de bras. Working through the thigh muscles as you recover. Dégagé. 4th opposite. 5th. Arms off. Feel the weights on both feet, evenly distributed. Good girl. And dégagé, a poumon, and down you go into reverence, show, and place. And demi. Keep the weight central. Take the pressure on both legs for the grand plie. Slowly up, stretch, dégagé. Now retract the toes into a nice tight 5th. Rising up. Squeeze down, good girl, rise. And squeeze the thighs together and lift them back. Working through the tummy muscles to recover 5th. And release the knees, stretch. Grand. And recover. And rising to squeeze 5th and a little stylized position at the end. Palm down, head out. Open to second, and control down to 5th, and bras bas. Good effort, well done. And take a breath, rising the weight evenly distributed on all 10 toes, smoothly up and double rise. Keep the port de bras flowing and keep the weight forward. Rolling up through the spine, heels resisting down. Squeeze out your demi, heels down and smoothly into grand. Plie. Coming back through the demi, stretch. Strong dégagé second, lower the heel and arm. Repeat 2 rises. Arms nice and fluid. Up, down, up. And follow the hand towards the bar. And then follow out. Good girl, resist down. Knees out, turning from the hips and reverse port de bras. Working through the thigh muscles as you recover, dégagé. Fourth opposite, fifth. Arms off. Feel the weight on both feet, evenly distributed. Good girl. And dégagé, a poumon, and down you go into reverence, show, and place. And demi. Keep the weight central. Take the pressure on both legs for the grand plie. Slowly up, stretch, dégagé. Now retract the toes into a nice tight fifth. Rising up. Squeeze down, good girl, rise. And squeeze the thighs together and lift them back. Working through the tummy muscles to recover, fifth. And release the knees, stretch. Grand. And recover. And rising to squeeze fifth and a little stylized position at the end. Palm down, head out. Open to second. And control down to fifth and bras barre. Good effort, well done.
Please subscribe, like and hit the notification bell for Italia Conti Virtual, online training for the performing arts.